former colonial subjects. How is it that they should be part of the nation, shouldn't be part of the nation, should they integrate, should they not integrate? Those are really difficult and agonized questions in the 1950s and the 1960s, to which there's no real clear answer worked out, I think. And then finally, I want to return to that question that I raised at the beginning of the class, which is, how do these processes shape the experiment of social democracy in the post-war period? And as I said, I don't think there's a very clear answer to that, but one of the ways in which we're going to touch on it, both on Thursday and the following Tuesday, is looking at the reshaping of class in the post-war period, you know, and particularly the transformation of the white working class. Okay, we live in a country here where the idea of class is much less prevalent, yeah, because we like to think that apart from the 1%, we're all middle class, and apparently even some of the 1% are middle class too, if we just think of them in the right way. But in Britain in the 20th century particularly, there was an absolute obsession with class status and class position, and a very clear identification of the white industrial working class. And what we see in the 1950s and 1960s and 1970s particularly is that white working class becoming, having to face a fundamentally different type of world as Britain deindustrializes and as they live around a working class that is increasingly made up of people of color as well. And that fundamentally transforms the political and cultural horizons of Britain in the 1960s and the 1970s, and it's that we'll look at on Thursday, and in the most fabulous of all documentary films of the 7 Up series the following Tuesday. Thank you for your patience and a very long lecture.